Yes, good morning to all of you. We have already discussed the questions of the first part. In the second part also, we started, and the first part given at the back of your chapter on page 20, understanding the text, that has been covered. Coming to the second part, that is talking about the text. Let's start with Gurveer only. Yes, Gurveer, beta. First question. How, in your opinion, can Mukesh realize his dreams? These are the questions which are based on your critical thinking. What you can talk about the topics given in your text. Yes, Gurvi beta, please unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Uh,
first question.
I think that Mukesh has very wide thinking than the community he lives in. He wants to fulfill his dreams and he wants to get out of the Bengal industry because it is very hazardous for them and they get many problems due to that. And they don't have enough money, so they made it a custom to continue the Bengal industry, but he wants to become a motor mechanic and fulfill his dreams and come up with some other work, other profession than theirs.
Do you feel that it will be easy for him to fulfill his dream? The question is, how can Mukesh realize his dream according to you? Because according to the situation, we have seen that it is difficult for him to fulfill his dream, because we know everything about his family, as you have explained, that he is the son of a poor bangle maker of Firozabad, and most of the young men of Firozabad have no initiative or ability to dream, but he is an exception. He has the capacity to take courage and break from the traditional family occupations or the tradition. He has strong willpower that we have seen. He does not want to be in the hands of the middleman, moneylenders, etc. So he insists on being his own master by becoming a motor mechanic. But do you feel that he will be able to realize his dream? The question is this. You have to give your opinion whether he'll be able to fulfill his dream, or some requirement is there, some help is needed, that you have to
No,
explain.
ma'am. I think he won't be able to because they have told the writer has told us two factors which influence their occupation and especially political pressures as well, which make them do the work and continue it for generations. So it would be very difficult for him to come up with a new profession without any without any support from his family or from the society.
Yes,
So
you have to add this point. This is very important point which you have linked it now, that he can realize his dream by getting help from the society. What type of help he can get? He can join a garage, or he can learn the job of repairing cars and driving them with the help of someone. If some rich person or some leader from the society comes forward and help this boy to fulfill his dream, only then he will be able to, because he will have to overcome many hurdles before he succeeds. Then comes the transport problem also. If he wants to go outside at a distance to learn for the motor mechanic, money is also a problem. He will have to earn some money himself first. Only then he can go to the long way from his home to that garage. And that means, as he said, that he will walk by foot, he will walk on foot, but it's not possible. Either he has to use the transport by spending some money, or if he goes by foot, even then, for that learning also, if he goes to some nearby or distance garage to learn something for this practice or for this learning of the motor mechanic or driving, even then he had to pay something. कि अगर आपको ड्राइविंग भी सीखनी होती है किसी से, तो यू हैव टू पे फॉर दैट. सो फॉर ऑल दिस मनी इज नीडेड. बट if we go for the willpower of this boy who is determined and he thinks that he will do it, that shows that his determination may help him and he may get some way out somewhere. कोई ना कोई रास्ता जो है उसके लिए भगवान अपने आप निकाल देता है when we are persistent, when we are determined to do something. So we hope for the good and positive that he would learn this work which he wanted to, and he would realize his dream. Okay, we'll go for the positive idea, but it is very difficult. He has to face many difficulties and the problems, challenges in life, but if he is determined, he would find some way out. Clear? Give the answer in positive. Okay, coming to the next question. Bhavya Jain. Bhavya Jain. Second question, beta. Bhavya Jain. You are unmuted, beta. Please answer second question. No? Jasmine? Yes, beta.
Yes, ma'am.
Second question.
The glass Bengal industry has many health hazards. It employs small children, which is illegal. And in Bengal making industries, children has to work in the glass furnaces with high temperatures in dingy cells without air and light. And near about 20,000 children are working in the glass Bengal industry, and where they usually lose their brightness of their eyes due to high temperature and
Yes,
light.
these questions are to be dealt as long questions, okay, whatever are given in this talking about the text. So here you have to mention that the glass Bengal industry has many health hazards. It usually employs small children, and it is illegal to employ very young children in these type of industries, but certain forces like their family bondings, family atmosphere, their middleman, the money lenders, the police, the politicians, they combine to entrap these poor workers. So if we consider first the places where these bangle makers work, it is cottage industry. They work in the glass furnaces with high temperatures and in dingy cells where there is no air, no light. Boys and girls work hard during the daytime next to the lines of flames of flickering oil lamps, and they weld the pieces of colored glass into circles of bangles. Their eyes are more adjusted to the dark than to the light outside. So that's why they often lose their eyesight before they become adults. And this glass blowing, welding, and soldering pieces of glass are all health hazards. Even the dust from the polishing of the glass bangles adversely affect the eyes, and even adults go blind. So the surroundings and the prevailing conditions and the type of job involved all prove risky to the health of these workers, and especially for the children. Yes, next question. I would like Diksha. You were raising hand. Diksha,
Yes,
coming
ma'am.
for the next question.
Ma'am, the child labor should be eliminated because it takes away the childhood and prospect of elementary education from the child. Moreover, since the child laborers are cheap and engaged in hazardous and dangerous employment, they are often exposed to mental and physical illness. So, in order to curb this problem, it is important to make the education easily available and accessible. Apart from that, parents must be made aware of the consequences of working in harmful environments. Also, it is also important to make public aware of the fact that labor is criminal offense and it is punishable under law, and government must ensure that the offenders are punished strictly and the laws are enforced.
Yes, this is very important point. Instead of all, because everything is being done. But this last point which you have touched is very important, which should be, which must be done. Only then the rest of the points can be executed. That the people should be made aware that it is strictly prohibited and punishment should be given. Laws should be enacted faithfully and sincerely. It should not be only in the papers. It should be enforced, and the offenders or the people who don't follow, they should be punished severely. Only then this can come to an end. First, you will explain about this problem that child labor should be eliminated because the children employed at the tender age as domestic servants, dishwashers at the roadside dhabas, in the hazardous industries making glass bangles, beedies, crackers, etc. They lose the charm of the spring of their life, that is their childhood period. It is stolen. Burdened by the responsibility of the work, they become adults too soon. Most of them are undernourished, ill-fed, uneducated, and poor. They have a stunted growth. That means their body does not have proper growth. So child labor can be eliminated only through the concentrated efforts, that means on the strong efforts on the part of the government agencies, NGOs, that is non-government organizations, cooperative societies, and political leaders. Mere passing of law will not help. Laws should be enacted faithfully and sincerely. The children thrown out of work should be rehabilitated and given proper food, clothes, education, and pocket money. Their feelings, thoughts, and emotions should be respected. And let them enjoy their sunshine and their fresh air and their childhood period, which is meant for the enjoyment. Okay. Now coming to the next part, though it is not meant for your examination point of view, but you must know sometimes in the short questions, objective questions, these literary devices are asked as you are asked in the poems. In the same way, you can be asked about the literary devices used in this chapter, and accordingly they have given you some lines from the chapter which tells you about the use of the literary devices which have been used in this chapter. Now let's discuss what they have explained, then we'll discuss about one exercise that is given to you, because sometimes these are questions in the covered in the objective questions, that which literary device is used in this particular line. If you look in the lines, thinking about language, here they have given that although this text speaks of factual events and situations of misery, it transforms these situations with an almost poetical prose into a literary experience. जैसे हम poetry में experience लेते हैं, the same type of experience we are getting in this prose which is used in this chapter. How does it do so? Here are some literary devices. First is hyperbole. Please note down these particular words and their definitions with examples from the chapter, because these can be used in the poems also, and it is used in this chapter also. What is hyperbole? It is a way of speaking or writing that makes something sound better or more exciting than it really is. कि सच में या असलियत में वो वैसी चीज़ नहीं होती है जितनी कि हमें बोलने में या सुनने में या लिखने में महसूस होती है. It seems better and more exciting. For example, garbage to them is gold. We can't say that garbage is gold. ऐसा नहीं है, लेकिन उनके लिए ये gold था. It's very high sounding word that is used. That's why it is called as hyperbole. They consider the garbage as gold because they are going to get something precious from that. Searching in the garbage, they were getting some coin or some rupee, which makes this for the children an adventurous activity, and it becomes an exciting thing for them. So in this excitement, they come again next day to find something more. That's why it is called as gold. So this is a hyperbole literary device used in this line. Coming to the second, a metaphor, as you may know, compares two things or ideas that are not very similar. कि दो similar चीजें नहीं होती हैं, लेकिन उन दो चीजों को या दो ideas को compare करता है. A metaphor describes a thing in terms of a single quality or feature of some other thing. We can say that a metaphor transfers a quality of one thing to another. कि एक चीज की क्वालिटी को दूसरी चीज में वो ट्रांसफर करता है. You have read this in the poetry part of 11th class also, and in 10th also metaphors are being used in the poetry. So this is the quality of one thing to other transferred. For example, the road was a ribbon of light. In this we can say the road was a ribbon of light. It was not a ribbon, but it was considered as the ribbon of light. The quality of the ribbon is transferred to the road. Coming to the third device, that is simile, is a word or phrase that compares one thing with another using the words like or as. Like or as को use करके जब हम comparison देते हैं एक चीज का दूसरी चीज के साथ, then it is used as simile. As you have read in the poem My Mother at 66, two similes were used there: ashen like the corpse, and then late winter's moon. The face of the mother was compared with these two phrases. So these are the similes when we have the comparison with like or as of two things. For example, as white as snow. Now carefully read the following phrases and sentences taken from the text and identify the literary device in each example. Yes. Now I want Sanjana Virdi or Prabjot. Prabjot, roll number 32.
Yes,
Please,
ma'am.
beta, please unmute yourself. Read these sentences and tell me which literary device is used in these lines. Yes, read the first.
Sahib-e-Alam, which means the Lord of the universe, is directly in contrast to what Sahib is in reality. Ma'am, the answer is hyperbole.
Yes, hyperbole is used because when we read, it gives us the thing which is not in reality, and we get more excited to know about the meaning of his name, that is Lord of the universe. It is hyperbole used. Yes. Second one.
Drowned in an air of desolation. Metaphor.
Drowned in an air of desolation, that is metaphor used. Yes.
Simapuri, a place of periphery of Delhi, yet miles away from it metaphorically. So, ma'am,
It is?
it is a metaphor because contrast
it is contrast. Contrast is given. It is direct contrast, not metaphor. Simapuri, a place on periphery of Delhi, yet miles away from it metaphorically. In the form of metaphor, contrast is given. Okay. Next.
Yes, sir.
Next one.
For the children, it is wrapped in wonder. For the elders, it is a means of survival. Contrast.
Yes, again contrast. Contrast is given about the thinking and the perception of the children and the adults. Next one.
As her hands move mechanically like the tongs of a machine, I wonder if she knows the sanctity of the bangles she helps make. Contrast.
No,
Simile.
like the tongs of a machine, it is simile used. Pick up the phrase,
Yes.
like the tongs of a machine. It is the simile used. Okay, now I want Manya to please continue. She's raising hand. Manya,
Yes,
start with
yes,
sentence number
ma'am.
6. Yes.
She still has bangles on her wrist, but not light in her eyes. Contrast.
She still has bangles on her wrist, but not light in her eyes. Yes, contrast. Next.
Few airplanes fly over Firozabad. Hyperbole.
Hyperbole, yes.
Web of poverty. Metaphor.
Yes, web of poverty is a metaphor. Yes.
Scrounging for gold. Metaphor.
It can be metaphor also, or it can be called as hyperbole also, because no one will be searching for the gold. It is giving the hyperbole, high exciting word used for that. Scrounging for gold can be hyperbole or metaphor. Both are correct. Next.
And survival in Simapuri means crack picking. Through the years, it has acquired the proportions of a fine art. Hyperbole.
Hyperbole, yes. We cannot call it
The
as a fine art, but it has taken the quality or acquired the proportion of a fine art.
The steel canister seems heavier than the plastic bag he would carry so lightly over his shoulders. Contrast.
Yes, it is again a contrast. Yes, thank you, beta. Now, coming to the next part, there are some important points given to you at the end of your chapter about the unit. Come to the part of about the unit. They are giving you the theme of your chapter, the plight of street children, forced into labor early in life and denied the opportunity of schooling. We have discussed everything about this, but this in nutshell or in short form. I am going through this because you are going to have the objective questions also. And sometimes these lines help you to choose the appropriate or the suitable answer. Then the one more sub theme that is dealt in this chapter is the callousness of society and the political class to the sufferings of the poor, that they don't pay interest, they don't pay attention to the problems of these poor class people. Then if we go for the next talking about the text, we have seen that in this chapter, we are getting the social awareness on the topics, the dreams of the poor and the reality. That means the poor children, they still have the dreams, and what is the reality that they are not able to fulfill their dreams. Then the problem of child labor that is being dealt here in this chapter. And we have observed the paradoxes in the society we live in, कि हम कहते कुछ हैं, laws बनाए जा रहे हैं, लेकिन उन laws को follow नहीं किया जा रहा. That's why there are paradoxes, that means opposite things which are happening. Now let's discuss some more questions from the same chapter, and those who have not got the turn, please be ready and quickly answer the questions. Don't waste the time for that. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, beta.
Ma'am, what is the meaning of word carelessness in
Carelessness
sub-theme?
means not having interest, being cruel, showing disinterest for
Okay,
anything,
ma'am. Thank you.
not paying attention to others, as it is told by the politicians and the rich class people. They don't pay attention to the problems of these poor people. Okay. Yes. Let me discuss some questions of this part again. I want Hina Taneja to please unmute. Beta, don't waste time. Quickly, all of you should be ready with answers. Only then I will be able to mark for your listening and speaking skills, because that is based in your classroom discussions and the activities or the part of questions or other topics that we'll discuss in the class. It is based only on that. No separate discussion is to be done for the listening and speaking part. According to board, they say whatever the discussion part you do in the class, the marks should be given on the basis of that. But if you don't speak, it will be very difficult for the teacher to mark you. Vasudev Gupta. Vasudev Gupta, please unmute yourself. Sanjana Virdi. Beta, in this way you will be wasting the time. Sanjana, Vasudev Gupta, Kashvi. Anyone out of you, please unmute yourself and answer these questions. No one is ready? Sanya?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, beta. What do you learn about Firozabad from this chapter?
Firozabad is famous for its bangles, and it is the center of India's glass blowing industry, where families have spent generations working around furnaces making bangles for all the women, and it also employs children uh, for making the bangles around furnaces and welding classes.
Yes, very good. Firozabad is famous for its glass bangles. It is the center of India's glass blowing industry. Families have spent generations working around furnaces, welding glass, making bangles for all the women in the land. Every other family in the Firozabad is engaged in making bangles. Yes, Sanjana beta, please unmute yourself. Ashwinder. Ashwinder. Take initiatives, raise your hands.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Ashwinder beta.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, your question is, born in the caste of bangle makers, they have seen nothing but bangles. This is the line taken from your chapter. Okay, born in the caste of bangle makers, they have seen nothing but bangles. Where do they see bangles? Where do they see bangles? Yes, Ashwinder beta.
Ma'am, as the yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, as the traditional business of his family member, the traditional business of his family members is bangle making. So all of them are engaged in making bangles. It is their old tradition. So and the people of his family are busy making
The
bangles
question is,
in dark.
listen the question according to the statement. The statement given from your chapter is, born in the caste of bangle makers, they have seen nothing but bangles. Where do they see bangles? Where do they see bangles? Yes, I can see Pranav Ori raising hand. Yes, beta, answer. Pranav Ori, please unmute yourself
Ma'am,
and
they saw
answer. Yes.
ma'am, they saw bangles mainly in the dark Francis till from they were born.
Yes. Please repeat. I'm not able to understand what you're saying. Pranav, beta, please repeat.
And they have seen bangles from their birth, and they were living in that area from in house and veranda. Everywhere they can see bangles.
Yes, children like Mukesh are born in the caste of bangle makers. They know no other work. They see bangles in the house, in the yard, in every other house, every other yard, every street in Firozabad. The spirals of bangles line the mounds in unkept yards and they are piled on four-wheeled hand carts. Clear? Yes, now I can see Ketan Sethi. Ketan Sethi, please
Yes,
unmute
ma'am.
yourself, beta.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
beta, listen to your question. What contrast do you notice between the colors of bangles and the atmosphere of the place where these bangles are made? What
Ma'am, according to
contrast
me,
do
the
you
color,
find between the colors of the bangles and the atmosphere of the place where these bangles are made? Yes?
ma'am, the color of bangles like paddy green, royal blue, pink, purple, which are mostly neon colors, shows the excitement and the interest as they attract towards, as we human attract towards the colors. But and the person who are making bangles uh, that are somewhat pale and they have lost their eyesight, so the person who makes the bangles can't see the colors.
Contrast is to be given with the atmosphere of the place, not the persons. Contrast it with the place. First part is okay, but you have compared it with the people working in that industry. The question is, you have to give the contrast between the colors of the bangles and the atmosphere of the place where these bangles are made. What type of atmosphere is there? Boys and girls work in the dark hutments next to the flickering flames of oil lamps around furnaces, blowing glass, welding and soldering it to make bangles. Their eyes are adjusted much to the darkness than the light outside. It is to be compared with the place. Okay. Next question.
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to ask, please raise your hands. Dipinder Preet Kaur. Dipinder Preet Kaur.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Vita. Your question is, where is Mukesh's house located and what is he proud of? Where is Mukesh's house situated or located, and what is he proud of?
Ma'am, Mukesh's house was in a slum area.
Hmm.
The lanes were with garbage, and his home was in the crumbling wall.
Hmm.
He has no windows and doors
Yes.
in his house, and he was proud that his house was rebuilt. And
Yes. Yes. Yes, good. Mukesh's house is built in a slum area. The lanes stink with garbage. The homes there are hovels with crumbling walls, wobbly doors, and no windows. These are crowded with families of humans and animals. Most of these houses are shacks or huts. Mukesh is proud that his house is being rebuilt, and he had shine in his eyes as he takes the author to his home. Yes, coming to next question, I would like Samvit Duggal or Harshita Gandhi. Samvit Duggal or Harshita Gandhi, please unmute yourself. Harshita Gandhi. Hina Taneja, would you like to? Hina Taneja. Beta, quickly unmute yourself. No one is ready. Only the same hands again and again coming forward. Beta, it will be very difficult for me to mark your assessment for listening and speaking skills. Jessie Claire. Jessie Claire, please unmute yourself, beta.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Your question is, give
Yes,
a thumbnail sketch of the frail young woman in the chapter mentioned. Who is mentioned as the frail young woman? Can you tell something about that woman?
The young woman mentioned in the chapter is Savita.
No.
She is a
No,
young.
that is a worker in the Bengal industry. But who is referred as the frail young woman?